We are the Lord's army in this battle.
I was so scared. It really hit me that I was about to go work opposite of Al Pacino. Hi, I'm Abigail Cowen, and we are going behind the scenes for The Ritual.
Your audition. How do you even pretend to be possessed in front of like a group of people trying to get a job?
Well, it was a self-tape, so that makes it even weirder. And I was in an apartment at the time, so I had to go down the hallway in my apartment and knock on the doors and let every neighbor know not to call the police because I would be screaming bloody murder. That was an interesting thing, but yeah, definitely I called it going full demon. Going full demon in my living room was not ideal.
What was it like on set? Was it intense, relaxed, chaotic?
All of the above. I will say working with David, he and Enrico, they made it such a lovely environment, and especially Al too. Especially Al, making it just such a collaborative effort for everyone. But yeah, when we were filming, it was chaotic because most of the scenes were pretty crazy. But yeah, the minute that they would say cut, there was, laughter and lightness. And it was actually kind of funny where we would go from full exorcism to then just like la 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 and just kind of laughing and enjoying.
True or false? Were you starstruck the first time on set with Al Pacino?
True. I was so scared. I honestly, I had a full panic attack before I went because I was like, it really hit me that I was about to go work opposite of Al Pacino. And everyone was like, you should really, go watch his films. And which I'd already, obviously he's Al Pacino, I've seen a lot of them. But I actually purposefully did not so that I could go in there and not be super nervous, which I already was. But the minute I met him, it was which I feel like is so rare, and it was so shocking. And he just has this welcoming, kind, just artistic energy about him. And it just felt immediately like I felt so at ease, which was, changed the entire process. So I'm really grateful for that. David and I, a month prior, almost every day, we were on Zoom, really mapping out how we want to portray each exorcism, how Emma is going to come through, and how the demons are going to come through. And Al was a huge advocate for getting there 2 weeks early, so we all got there 2 weeks early, and we really rehearsed. We every single day read the script all together in a room over and over and over again to really just know what we were doing. And that was Al's doing. He was the one that was like, we are showing up, we are doing this, we are going to rehearse, which I was so impressed by, especially after him working for so many years. I'm like, the amount of care that he still has for his art was just incredible. But yeah, we did a lot of prep.
Was there a specific scene that took way too longer, or maybe even shorter to shoot than expected?
It's really interesting. I've had that on other projects where we're just like, we need to get this done. But I think we did a really great job, or David did a really great job, along with Al, of knowing which scenes were going to need the time and need the attention, and which is a very rare thing too. Sometimes you have a very important scene that people just forget, and then you have to rush through it. But I felt so fortunate on this set that we all had that time to prep and know how long we would need. It gave us extra time. Like one day, we dedicated an entire exorcism to. So no one was really that stressed. There wasn't any rushing. If we needed to do it a certain way again, we could, which I was so grateful for, because that, doesn't always happen.
What's something that looks terrifying in the movie but was kind of hilarious or awkward to shoot?
The scene where Emma's tied to the bed and the bed breaks. They wanted to do a stunt double, and I was like, man, it's going to take too much time. Just keep me on here, like whatever. And they had a remote where the leg of the bed would break. So I would, in it, have to hold my body so that I didn't get totally yanked. but it also needed to look like she was getting completely yanked off the bed. So that was interesting. And was kind of funny too.
Who on set made you laugh the most or helped keep things light?
Al. He was just hilarious. Like he has also such a great team of people around him, which is such a testament to his character and just him as a person. But yes, he would make me laugh. He would do he would just make little comments. He recited Shakespeare to me like randomly, just started going off, and I was like, what are you doing? No, he's a character. He's incredible and so sweet and just fun. Yeah.
Who was the earliest cast member to set?
Me.
Really?
Actually, yes, because of all the hair and makeup. I had to do hours, yeah. And after, I would usually be the last one to leave because we had to then take off all the makeup and, yeah.
Favorite moment on an off day from filming?
Probably hanging out with Dan and going to a little town outside of Natchez and just going and exploring. That was the cool experience. Yeah.
Did you keep any props from the set?
No, I didn't. I wish I had. I think I wanted the cross, but no one ever wants you to keep things from set. I know people who have stolen things from set, and I wouldn't do that. I would feel too guilty. But I think I wanted the cross that Al would wear, but
that would be pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, especially.
Right? I know.
And especially you can say Al Pacino wore this. Like it's,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll ask him. Yeah.
What's the weirdest or most random thing that happened during filming?
Probably filming finding out that we were in a real crypt, like a true, and looking over. This is like we were all like, what? They're like, oh yeah, those are real bones from a priest. And we were like, what? And we were filming next to bones, true, that was in like a case that they keep in the basement. That was bizarre, like wild to see. Yeah, because I've been asked if there were like creepy moments or anything. I was like, no, honestly, it felt very safe because we were in a basement in a basilica. But that was interesting. That was probably the weirdest. Yeah, shocking.
What was your go-to snack at craft services? Cheese. What's something you always brought with you to set?
My giant backpack, where everyone would make fun of me, but it was like literally like this big, and I would have it on my back. But I would keep everything in it in case I needed. I don't know. I should have probably unpacked it, but I don't even know what was in it.
That's handy. Yeah. What's the longest you ever had to wait in costume between scenes, and what did you do to pass the time?
I had to wait probably like 3 hours, 4 hours in full, like after she has progressed to the end of the film, like that full, like hair everywhere, blood. And to pass the time, I would FaceTime friends and try to catch up with them, or FaceTime my mom, but I would forget that I was in this full makeup. So I FaceTimed my mom once, and she screamed. She was like, what's wrong? Like, oh my God. I was like, Mom, I'm filming. So I learned I had to, during that time, warn people before I called them that I was in full hair and makeup.
We mentioned a couple kind of funny moments, but if there was a behind the scenes blooper reel just of your moments, what would be on it?
Probably me in full hair and makeup, just making jokes and but like fully like chained back, and then we're all just like talking, and I'm in full like crazy looking, like psychotic. Probably Al making jokes, probably the bed not breaking when it needed to.
Okay.
And then everyone just being like, it's supposed to be this big climactic moment, and then it just didn't.
Well,
yeah,
we have to get the studio to kind of release some of this footage, because I mean, we have to see it.
No. Yeah, exactly.